What's up, folks? Welcome to Views on Tools. It's a beautiful day here in Atlanta, Georgia. Just playing a little musical get out of the garage, little Tetris there. Hey guys, today we will be talking about, you can think that Rona is playing if you want to. Think that coronavirus is playing if you want to. Man, I'm here to tell y'all, I had coronavirus and I was in the bed for about 12 days. And man, let me tell you guys, that 12 days was, well, let me just say this, my temperature averaged 100 plus. So it stayed around 100.6, 101, right at 102. At one point it did spike to 103, but then it went back down, and went back down to what, like 100. And man, when I tell you guys, I was in the bed for like 11 days straight. Thank God I did not have to go to the hospital so I was not hospitalized. But if you guys know, we've all had fevers, so like when you have a fever, you just don't feel like moving, you don't feel like doing anything for as long as you got that fever. So I had that fever, and when I tell you guys, man, it was terrible. It was terrible. I mean, because my back was hurt. I had back pains. I had back pains. I had night sweats. I mean, if you remember like being a kid and playing with a cousin or a brother or something, which in my case was my older brother, when he would cover you or smother you with that blanket, and you get to the point where it's like, oh my God, it's like you're trying to break out of something, because it was so hot and scary. I mean, I woke up, like I would wake up at night like out of deep sweats. I would wake up out of deep sweats, well, with deep sweats rather. And man, I tell you guys, it was there were many nights where my face felt like it was on fire. And when I say like on fire, if you think about when you put your face close to a fire, when you put your face close to fire, yeah, let me say that, when you put your face close to fire, and just the heat on your face from the fire, I mean, that's what it felt like. Man, when I tell you guys, I was miserable for that 12 days. Right now I'm just heading over to Harley Davidson. I got to get a estimate on my exhaust pipe. Is cracked, so I'm headed over there to do that. And man, but back to the coronavirus. You guys, a lot of people think that the coronavirus is not real. Now, when I tested positive, mind you, the industry that I work in, we test pretty much several times a week, if not every day, depending on what area we're working in. And I tested negative like for 4 days straight, and then, well, actually on that 4th day I tested positive. And once I tested positive, that night is when I started to go down. Oh, and I have started to say, guys, a lot of people think that this coronavirus is not real, But I'm here to tell you, man, this coronavirus is real. So if you don't wear a mask, I can't tell you what to do, but I'll tell you what I do. I wear a mask all the time, everywhere, you know, when I'm outside of the house. And is it foolproof? Obviously no, because I wear my mask all the time, but I still got it. And I guess I'll talk about the side effects a little bit. The side effects were, like, one, like for social media, like I didn't pick up my phone to look at social media for like 2 weeks straight. And then, like, so once I didn't do that. I didn't do any. I had a lot of video. I didn't do any editing. I really didn't touch anything, you know, besides talk to my wife on the phone or whatever, because I wasn't quarantined. Man, but when I tell you I didn't feel like doing anything, and mind you, I'm doing this video is like 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks, almost 4 weeks post coronavirus. So mind you, I'm doing this video now, but I hadn't been doing any videos. I just hadn't felt like doing anything. Recording, editing, you know, posting, which I just started posting back, you know, on my Instagram like a few days ago, but I hadn't felt like doing anything. I hadn't felt like doing anything with that. And let's see, what else? When I tell you, like, so I've been home for about 10 days from the quarantine. My job had us in a hotel suite, so I've been home for about 10 days. But mind you, like I said, I haven't really felt like doing anything. I haven't felt like posting anything. I've just not been in the mood. When I tell you, I have been, and on my job we're on hiatus, so we go back in a few days. But so I just haven't guys, I can't explain it. When after like post coronavirus for me, I just sat around. I've just been sitting around, and I've been home for 10 days, and I just got back on Hill to G. I mean, and you know, that's a rarity for me, because, you know, I'm an everyday rider. What if I'm just riding to the store or going to work or just going around the corner, because I just love to ride. But when I tell you guys, I have not been in the mood, and part of that too, I think, is kind of been in my psyche that I didn't really want to get on the bike, because I knew that you know, it's like flu-like symptoms or whatever, and which it feels great out here. It feels great out here now, but you know, I really just didn't want to get out here and you start getting congested again, or start just feeling bad. Now mind you, like when I was diagnosed, or when I tested positive, I guess I was asymptomatic like for the first few days. I don't know, because like I said, I was tested negative. I was asymptomatic, and then that one day, you know, I tested positive, and then that night, what's going on up here? And then that night, I started feeling bad. I went into bed. I went to the bed, and when I tell you, I stayed in the bed. I did not lose any of my, I did not lose my smell, I did not lose my taste, but I did lose my appetite. I really wasn't eating anything for about a week. I was really just drinking, I was really just, you know, taking my vitamins like my elderberry and the D3, and you know, my goals, everything that the wife sent me. And what's up, buddy? Everything that the wife sent me, you know, and I was taking that. But other than that, I was pretty much just drinking waters and Gatorades and orange juice, because I just didn't have an appetite, and I didn't feel like eating anything like the whole time. and I know I'm just kind of jumping around, but I'm really just sharing with you guys my experience with I'm really just sharing with you guys my experience of the coronavirus, because it was pretty, it was tough. It was tough, and it was scary, because I know that a lot of people are dying from, I know a lot of people are dying. I mean, way too many people are dying, and it's a scary feeling when you have something and you know that it's just pretty much a hospital visit away, or an oxygen level period away from you having to go to the hospital. And you know, it was just a scary time. And mind you guys, like, some of you that follow me, or you know, have seen my posts, some of you know that I have I beat cancer. I had stage 3 colon cancer in 2016. You know, so I went through that. I went through the chemo. But I tell you guys, this was another scare for me, because I was just, every day in my mind it was like, oh my God, you know, my fever is still up. It's 102. My fever is 101.6. My fever is 101.8. You know, because I was in touch with the set nurse like every day, so I had to send my temperatures like a couple times a day, and it would go down a little during the day, but then it will spike at night. And that's just a very scary feeling. You know, I did not know, you know, what was in store, or you know, if I was going to get through it. Because man, when I tell you, my body ached. I had, like I said, cold sweats, I had hot sweats. You know, I would break out just like really sweating, like really bad. At night I couldn't get comfortable. You know, a few nights I even stayed up pretty much most of the night, and I didn't go to bed till like 4 or 5 o'clock, because my temperature was rising to the point where it was almost at 103, you know, a couple times, you know. So I was scared to go to bed. And mind you, my wife wasn't there with me, you know, because I was in quarantine, you know. But you know, it was just a big fear of mine to go to the hospital, man. You know, because we know people are going to the, oh my God, just pull right out in front of them. We know that people go to the hospital, or going to the hospital, and they're not coming home, and it's very unfortunate, and it's very scary. So guys, if I could just tell y'all and warn you guys, and what I want to say, encourage. If I can encourage you guys, if you're not wearing masks, and yeah, there's gonna be somebody to watch this video to be like, well, you say you wear your mask all the time, still got it. Yeah, that's true, but at the same time, I have been active like this whole since coronavirus came around. You know, because you know, I'm a truck driver, and you know, for one period, for about 3 months, you know, I was over the road. So, you know, actually me and the wife, you know, because she came out with me. But once my other job opened back up, that I went back to that. And you know, but I'm still around people all the time, but I wear my mask all the time. So are the masks foolproof? Absolutely not. Do they help a lot? Absolutely yes. You know, with the masks, with the face shields, with the PPEs, you know, a lot of people may not want to wear them. But I'm telling you guys, I can only encourage you, because I know there are a lot of unbelievers. But like I said, while I had there are a lot of unbelievers, but while I was at, you know, asymptomatic, I didn't have any symptoms, I'm fine, you know, at work or whatever. And then one morning, you know, after what, 5 days of being back to work, I test positive, and then I start going downhill, you know, and not sure where I contracted it from. It's scary, man. It's really scary. So you guys gotta be intentional. You gotta be intentional. You gotta pay attention to your surroundings. I encourage you and I implore you to wear your mask, because it's real out here. You know, it's real, it's scary. It's real and it's scary. And you just don't want to you don't want to be one of the statistics. You don't want to be one of the statistics. So guys, thank you all for watching the channel. And as always, because I'm pulling up at Harley-Davidson, be nice, smile at somebody, and ride every day. You've been watching LT Reviews on Tuesday. Thank you much.